Hi lovelies, it's Emma with Polly's Paper Crafts and I have got the Scrappy Tag for you today. Sorry about the mess behind me, we have had builders in recently which means I've been a bit delayed in filming this, but I was tagged by Melissa Vining and Jess Creates, so let's get going. I'm going to try not to make this too long. I've got my list of questions and off we go. Okay, so number one, what scrapbook item do you not own that surprises you? For me, I think it is the diamond press die cutting machine thing. It surprises me because it's small, it's relatively inexpensive. I think it's like 15 quid in Hobbycraft at the moment. And it would fit on my desk, and I have some really tiny dies that I don't use because I don't get the cuttlebug out because it's too heavy and too big. So I don't know why I haven't got the diamond press, to be quite honest. But yes, that is the one that surprises me. Number two, if I had my own line, what 3 elements would be required? English spellings for one. I've recently had a Heidi Swap stamp set that had like the word favourite in it with a box around it, and I did the same as Laura Rumble and cut out the favourite because it annoyed me that it didn't have the U, and I just used the stamp for the little box instead, which is handy, but you know, favourite would be nice, but with a U in it. I would also have some sarcastic kind of British humour. I think it's kind of, I know it doesn't translate well. Like if you read, sarcasm totally depends on the inflection in your voice, and if you read words sometimes maybe they don't come across as sarcastic but more rude. But I don't know, I would want to kind of inject some British sarcasm in there. And ephemera, I love ephemera. I'm usually really gutted if I don't get the ephemera pack for a collection. So those 3 things. Number 3, what one item must I use to finish a layout? And I go through phases. I don't have a massive amount of stash, so I go through phases with what I use on my layouts, but I think the one that kind of sticks around for longest is like a doodly border or something to kind of finish off the page. I've got some Unipin black pigment pens that are really good, and I tend to use those just to finish off a page. Number 4 was what is my most used social media influence besides YouTube, and I think like most people I'm probably going to say Instagram, purely because I love the images and I try and comment on a lot of people's photos. I do double tap a lot, but I like to comment and actually say something. But yeah, I love Instagram, and some people are like amazing at staging photos and doing the flat lays and all that kind of thing. I love it. Number 5, who is your dream collaboration? I really like collaborations. I did one with Claudia Van R quite a while ago. We did sketches, like, what do we call it? Sketch it out. We did sketch it out, and we did that for quite a while. But I loved working with her. I know, I know it was from afar and it was through email, but you know, we still keep in touch, and it's really nice to do collaborations. So I'm quite open to any, which sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it? But no, I'm quite open to collaborations, and you know, would love to do more, I think, because it's a nice way of connecting with people. If we're talking like dream collaborations, then it's got to be Adele. Not like, hello, it's me. No, Adele, Inky Quill, Adele. Because she's just awesome, isn't she? And also Shamel. I love watching Shamel's videos. I'm always gutted when I miss her Friday live scrapping thing on Facebook, but I'm usually at work, which sucks. And Elsie as well, Elsie Robinson. She's awesome. She's got such a distinctive style, and she's just lovely. Number 6, if money was no object, what would I buy? What my first purchase would be? It would actually be techie. I would buy an iMac or an iPad Pro with a pencil. basically anything Apple. And then that would quickly be followed by like a DSLR camera plus lessons, because I need to know how to use it. And then probably a silhouette and all the techie things, all of them. Number 7, what do I have most of in my stash? And it's going to be really boring because, like I said, my stash isn't that big, and the only reason I'm picking this is because I bought a pack in bulk, and it is white card. And if I tip you up a little bit, you can see my white card like here, and I bought it in a pack of 100, and that is the only reason why I'm saying that, because it's what I've got the most of. Favourite item in my stash, I'm going to have to say Pink Paisley Moonstruck collection. I didn't have the whole collection, I got bits of it in a Light Forever kit, and I have big time hoarded it. I've only just recently started to make stuff with it because it's just so pretty. Which, you know, I know we're meant to buy things and use them, but yeah, it was too pretty to use. I'm just checking my phone because I wanted to put a timer on this. 6 minutes, I'm good. I can't do this for very long anyway because I'm sat on the floor. I've been sat on the floor too long and I've got pins and needles in my feet. So I'm going to pay for this when I stand up, but it's okay. Most used item in my stash, again, it's going to be really boring. It's going to be white cardstock because I use it for backgrounds mostly. I've been doing my travel pocket album thing for Barcelona, and I've used a lot of white cardstock in that. And yeah, I know it's boring, but it's going to be white. Where do I craft? I craft, it's soon to change actually, which is a bit exciting. Stay tuned for that. But I craft at the moment in our conservatory, which I also share with the second fridge, the washing, and anything else that gets shoved in here. So if I just do a small spin, you can kind of see. There we go. That's pretty much it. I am going to do like a little bit of a tour of my current kind of space because, like I said, it's changing. But yeah, I am going to do a bit of a tour and let you know. I haven't got a whole lot of stuff and it's in a really small space. So yes, this is where I craft. Which plays a bit of havoc when I'm filming sometimes because the lighting is not great. It's alright today because it's overcast and we haven't actually got sun. But, you know. Luckily, being in England, most days are like that. But sometimes, what layout or project am I procrastinating on? It's got to be my Light Forever retreat. This blue album here, this one. I'm using it for kind of travel-y things. So it started off with the Light Forever retreat, and then it's got my Barcelona stuff in. Barcelona is now complete. Light Forever retreat is not, and that was a year ago, possibly 2. A year ago. It was a year ago now. I need to get that sorted. I do. But that one's one that I'm procrastinating on. Number 12, a finished layout. Does it go into a pile or straight into albums and sorted straight away? I'm really bad. It goes onto a pile. I have one album, which is this one. That's still in its packaging. I only got that recently. I'm not counting the Travelly album because that's 8.5 by 11, so that doesn't count. But if I tip you back slowly, you might not be able to see it, but right at the top of this unit, there's like boxes. And those boxes have just my layouts all shoved onto them or into them. If I'm running out of space, it's onto them. And yeah, that's kind of where they stay. Oops. I'm really bad. I've got nowhere to put them. I would rather buy supplies than albums. So they go into a pile. Number 13. Who is your Scrappy Crush? Who would make you smile if they liked or commented on something that you shared. I think it's lovely if anyone takes the time to like or comment or be nice about what you've made, because obviously you take the time to make it, and I mean I do it for me. Like I don't make for anyone else. It's purely for me, and it's about the process for me as well. It's not really about the end product. But anyone who takes the time to like or comment or say something nice is just lovely, I think. Yeah, I think that I'm looking down. Sorry, I'm looking down. I've got this on my lap. 10 minutes. My feet are really hurting. So yeah, anyone who takes the time to like and comment is just amazing, I think. Favourite place to shop? I don't. I'm a weird person, really. I don't shop. I used to subscribe to Kits, so I didn't have to shop. And then Like Forever has unfortunately, it's no longer around. It's not running, and I'm yet to subscribe to another kit. I was trying to work through what had built up rather than buy more. I was being sensible for once, and yeah. But other than that, I don't really. If I've run out of like adhesive or boring stuff, then I'll nip to Hobbycraft, or actually I got loads of adhesive at the NEC Hobbycraft show thing, which I'm not going to again, but that's another story. But yeah, I don't really buy stuff. I'm one of those annoying people who don't impulse buy, and if I want to buy something, then it's like a considered purchase. I keep going back and looking at it and looking at it and looking at it to decide whether I actually really want it, and then maybe I'll buy it. But I don't really shop much. Sorry. And then number 15, last one, and we're on 12 minutes, so that's not bad. Dream job in the industry, I think, would be to own a little shop of my own. I think I would love that. There's not many places in the UK. There's Hobbycraft, but they don't really have much. Most places are online. I would love to have just a shop that people from all over the country would want to come and have a look at, and whether it's for the products or for workshops or classes or whatever I had going on there, that's what I would like to be. And I'm in the middle of the country, so if I win the lottery, maybe it'll happen, but we'll see. But yes, little local scrapbook shop, I think I would love to have. But yes, so they're my 15 scrappy questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Like I said, I'm doing it quick because my feet really hurt. I now can't feel my legs. This is going to hurt to get back up. But yeah, I'm not going to tag anyone else purely because I've taken so long to film this. I think a lot of people have already done the Scrappy Tag. If you haven't and would like to, then please do and let me know on Instagram or in a comment here. I would love to watch it and have a little look at what your answers are. But yeah, that's me. Until next time, guys. Bye.